Good evening and thanks for joining us on our weekend news magazine. It is a very beautiful Sunday evening. On the cover page of the magazine, President Buhari departs Nigeria for France on a 4-day official visit to attend the African Finance Summit. The summit is to be hosted by French President Emmanuel Macron. Also on the cover page, some churches in Benin City failed to adhere to government directive on COVID-19. Total power outage in Kaduna State as Labour begins a strike. We also have a bit of sports tonight. I'm Adesuwa Usa Uwagie, the storyteller. Our very first story tonight, President Muhammadu Buhari has departed Nigeria for France to attend the African Finance Summit. The summit, to be hosted by French President Emmanuel Macron, will focus on reviewing African economy following shocks from coronavirus pandemic and getting relief, especially from increased debt burden on countries. During the visit, President Buhari is expected to meet with Macron to discuss growing security threats in Sahel and Lake Chad region, political relations, economic ties, climate change, and partnership in the health sector, particularly in checking spread of COVID-19 with more research and vaccines. The president was accompanied by Minister of Foreign Affairs Geoffrey Onyema, Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning Zainab Shamsuna Hamid, Minister of Trade and Investment Otumba Adeniyi Adebayo, and Minister of Health Dr. Usagi Ihanire. Former military President General Ibrahim Babangida, retired, has expressed concern over the state of insecurity in Nigeria, saying he used to advise government on the matter but does not make noise about it. He said it is imperative for the citizens to support government and its soldiers in order to bring an end to the crisis. The former president also called on the government to equip the soldiers with modern weapons and the necessary training. Spoke about this morning in an interview with newsmen. General Babangida said it has become necessary for citizens and government to synergize and work together in order to successfully fight insecurity in the country. Governor of Kano State, Abdullahi Ganduje, has expressed deep concern over the 17 Southern governors' prohibition on open grazing, urging herders affected by the ban to return to Kano State. The governor, who recalled Kano's legendary hospitality to indigents, said herders should be allowed to travel freely across Nigeria. Responding to the country's security challenges, Governor Ganduje stated that it should not be left solely in the hands of President Muhammadu Buhari because it is everyone's responsibility and all hands must be on deck to ensure it. Governor Ganduje commended Emir Ado Bayero for moving around Nigeria to solidify a relationship between him and other traditional leaders, saying that act alone has made President Buhari happy, who openly disclosed that the Emir has inherited his father's role of national leader. The people of Udo community in Edo State are still claiming that a Benin prince who was born around 1483 AD mysteriously is still alive, even though no one can point to the official residence of the prince. This is the story of Anwar, who was the son of Oba Ozolwa, the Oba of Benin between 1483 and 1514 AD. The story of Anwar took birth in the Udo community, where he was last seen.
Prince Idubo, also known as Anwar, was the son of Oba Ozolwa and has a brother known as Prince Osawe, who succeeded Oba Ozolwa and took the title of Oba Esige, while Anwar was the Duke of Udo in Nueve Southwest local government area of Edo State. The princes were sons of the two wives of Oba Ozolwa. Idia, the subject of the famous first stack mask, was the mother of Osawe, while Ohomi was Idubo's mother. Ohomi gave birth to Idubo a few hours before Osawe arrived, but because Idubo did not immediately cry at birth, Osawe, who did, was reported first to the king, Oba Ozolwa, according to the Benin tradition. However, at the time Idubo cried, the mother quickly reported his birth to the king, but the king had performed the proclamation rites of Osawe, the son of Queen Idia, as the first son. That created bitter quarrel between the two brothers when they grew up, as Idubo was very bitter that his younger brother was proclaimed the first son when he was the first to be delivered. As the Duke of Udo, Prince Idubo refused to accept a subordinate role to his brother Oba Esige. He first tried to make Udo the capital of Benin Kingdom with himself as king. This battle for supremacy resulted in war between the two brothers. According to an author, embarking on what was called the last battle, Anwar told his son, Onyoni, to stay at home and wait for him to return, and told his household that when they hear the sound of the magical bell that he placed at home, they will know that he has been conquered. At the one front, he identified another warrior, a resemblance of himself, and without properly scrutinizing the man, he used a sword laced with potent charms to slaughter him. He later regrettably found out that the warrior he killed was his son, Onyoni, whom he had earlier told to stay at home. And while he was returning home, the magical bell was sounding, and they all believed that he had been conquered. The wife was said to have jumped into a river. As soon as he found out, and he also jumped into the local residents. The lake meant the untouched till today. Step it, as they believe so might result in tragic end. It is also forbidden to kill or eat any animal from or around the lake. Secretary Benin Traditional Council Frank Rabo gave account of Prince Idubo.
Anwar and Esige were brothers. Even though Anwar was born first, but Esige was considered to be the first son, being that he cried when he was born. So they both grew up, and Anwar became a very powerful prince. There was this battle for supremacy on who will take over the throne. So there was this first contest, there was second contest. So the last battle they had, the Oba forces went and defeated the forces from Udo led by Anwar. So because Anwar could not be captured, we were told that because of the mystical power he has, he actually entered, he transmuted and entered into a lake. As at now, the lake is still there.
This is the statue of Idubo, who was the Duke of Udo community. As huge as this statue is, we've been told that the size of Idubo was times 2 or 3 of the statue you are seeing here. No wonder in Benin he was referred to as Arua. Arua means someone who has physical strength. And we're told that because he has such a physical strength, he could use his bare hand to pull a pantry and use it to sweep his compound. For the people of Udo, they still believe that Arua is still existing. From Udo community in Nueve Southwest local government area of Edo State. Best in Biere reporting. Job well done, Best. Over to history students now. I know by now you are already arguing about Anwar. Moving on. Foremost Ijaw leader and elder statesman Edwin Clark says disintegration of Nigeria will not solve the challenges facing the country. Chief Edwin Clark supported the agitation for restructuring, adding that Nigeria must be restructured. The elder statesman observed that recently 17 southern governors met and they also agreed that Nigeria will remain one, adding that they are not just PDP but also APC governors. He said Nigeria needs to adopt recommendations from the 2014 National Conference on True Federalism instead of conveying another confab. Chief Edwin Clark said Nigeria should have a federal system of government with state police.
Nigerian leader together. Let us all come together. The country belongs to us. If there is trouble today, we have no place to run to. And if we are not solving problems like Boko Haram and these bandits and so on, we will soon face ourselves. And when it happens, we'll have no other country. APC cannot do it alone. PDP will not either. Call the leaders. They are all generals in this place. Like General Gawan, General Babangida, and all of them. Abdullahi is there talking every time. Nigeria does not lack people. Let the president come out to see his people. Let me invite his people and discuss with them what do we do with our country. We are talking about restructuring, talking about state police, which could be done very easily. I know that there's no money for the state to pay, but the mere fact that they said state now has for this, they will always find some money.
Edwin Clark says the only cure to the problem of insecurity in Nigeria is to return to the 1963 Constitution with a few amendments. Believers in Christ have been enjoined not to entertain any vision of stagnation, setback and disappointment in any form, because the God they serve is a God of progress and development, no matter the challenges they face in life. Roslyn Eborame has details.
Senior Apostle David Nueve said there is no end to expansion in the house of God. He said the Lord is always ready to bless and expand those who are ready to adopt the vision of expansion in the house of God. The senior apostle noted that one should not be weary in building for God, for according to him, it is more blessed to give than to receive.
It is not God's will that any of his children should remain stagnant. You are bound to grow. You are made to grow. You are made to increase. And that should be your dream all the time. That is God's plan for you. When you are growing and you are expanding, God will be happy. When you have a child and your child is doing well, will you be happy? Are you sure? You have a baby you bought 5 years ago. As of today, that baby is still crawling. Will the parents be happy? But when you see your child doing well, joy will come into your life.
The service also features song ministration and special prayer for members and the country in general. Roslyn Eborame reporting.
You're watching the news magazine on ITV Sunday edition. Still to come, hoodlums attacked yet another police station. Details of this and more in a moment.
My brother, my sister, my friend, you dey look where you go chop go be like say you dey for house. Then no wahala yourself again. Home and away restaurant. He don't come consider pepepe for Benin City for correct jollimentation. For home and away restaurant, we get all kinds of food wey sweet well whether an African black man or Oyibo continental. Our food always dey hot and fresh. And not be only that, oh, now pay as your pocket reach. Our staff won't call, they sabi the work, and then they friendly. What of the place where they cook the food? Place quiet, where, and it's secure. And you go get place to park your car comfortably. As you fit sit down chop inside the restaurant, now so we go fit carry the food come your house or office. Home and Away restaurant, they open from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday to Sunday. We there for number 1, Ikokman Road, off Sapele Road, GRA, Benin City. You fit call us for 080-88191-281 or 090-160-32522.
Home and Away restaurant, total satisfaction and more.
It's finally here. Yes, the one-stop shop for everything electronics. Benin City, let's jubilate. It's Uyi Technical Electronics Mall, 45 Adesewa Road, Benin City. Our unique shopping mall for authentic, high-quality electronics of major brands like LG, Samsung, Scanfrost, Nexus, Hisense, and more. Get quality, authentic brand products like refrigerators, side-by-side fridges, deep freezers, front and top load washing machines, gas cookers, air conditioners, OLED and other varieties of television, DVD players, home theater, standing fans, home appliances, generators of different brands and sizes. You name it, we've got it. Get the best bargain and authentic products at Uyi Technical Electronics Mall, 45 Adesewa Road, opposite Winners Chapel by Ihama Junction, GRA, Benin City. Uyi Technical Electronic Mall. Everything electronics. We dare to stand out.
All new Close-Up Everfresh. Wait, what's new? It now has triple fresh formula that cleans, protects, and cools. Thanks to a combination of 1. Purifying gel, 2. Antibacterial formula, 3. Ice cool crystals that cleans deeply, fights up to 99% of bacteria, and intensely cools to keep you protected and fresh long after brushing. Close Up Triple Fresh Formula cleans, protects, and cools.
That will lead you.
Hi, this is Latino Shop, where we offer you nothing but high quality products. Come discover a range of designer children's clothing like Zara products, Disney products. We have quality shoes, bags for school children. We also have Nigerian prints, towels, and duvets. Please visit us today
at Plantino Shop. We are dealers in all kinds of children wear and accessories, back to school accessories, bed sheets. Come for your genuine and foreign items. We are dedicated to ensuring that we provide the product at the affordable prices. Plantino Shop, Shop 6, Block C, Ede Shopping Plaza, 27 Airport Road, GRA, Benin City. Plantino Shop, we provide great quality and value.
Thank you for staying tuned. Hoodlums in the early hours of today attacked a police station in Nsukka, Aniocha South Local Government area of Delta State. The Police Public Relations Officer, Delta State, DSP Edafe Bright, who confirmed the attack on the police station, said 3 persons lost their lives in the attack. She promised to give details on the incident later.
Three casualties. I don't know how they came in, but 3 casualties. I don't have any much information on the incident.
Activities for the 10th anniversary and annual convention of Chapel of Dominion Ministries rounded off today in Benin City with many spiritual activities. The anniversary with the theme 10 times better commenced on 14th May 2021. Kingsley Uchebu has details.
It was an atmosphere of praise and worship at number 48 Okumbawa Street off Obaiwana Street, Siloko Road, Ogida Quarters, Benin City, as senior pastor and host, Pastor Everson Izeko, and wife, Pastor Rosemary Everson Izeko of Dominion Assembly, rolled out the drums to celebrate the 10th anniversary of the church and end of annual convention. The grand finale of the anniversary and convention featured song ministration by the children, teenagers, and rendition of special songs by the Chapel of Dominion Choir on the theme of the 10th anniversary. There was also dances by the Dominion Chapel women and drama. Guest speaker Professor Jimmy Kings, in a message titled "What Do You See?" said, "Lack of insight destroys believers." He commended Pastor Izeko for his commitment to God's work in the past 10 years.
Ministry is not man-made. It's a grace that God has given to each of us to function in our different offices. So 10 years is a great one for the man because of his commitment in the work.
In an interview, senior pastor of the church, Pastor Everson, and wife, Rosemary Everson Izeko, said 10 years of the existence of the church has been a testimony of God's faithfulness and grace for sustainability.
We never believed we would come to this level. We began with nothing, but today God has taken us somewhere. We have not got into our destination, but to God be the glory, we have begun the great journey, and we are so excited, and I feel very fulfilled.
The grace of God has kept us these 10 years, and my prayer is that the grace of God should continue to keep us now to eternity in the name of Jesus. And I also want to still use this opportunity to thank my husband for not giving up.
Some members of the church and guests said they have been rejuvenated spiritually through the program.
My expectation is 10 times better because that is the theme of that program.
This ministry is a ministry God has sent to stay, and so we come to celebrate with them because it's not easy making it 10 years in the ministry.
High point was the cutting of the anniversary cake, prayer for the host pastors and workers, as well as presentation of copies of the Holy Bible as gifts to pioneer members of the church founded on May 8, 2011. Kingsley Uchebu reporting.
Christians have been advised to promote peaceful coexistence in the country. Assistant Parish Priest in Gabriel the Archangel Catholic Church Benin, Reverend Father Emmanuel Afogmo, gave the advice during today's Mass.
Reverend Father Fogmon told parishioners to live in peace and eschew violence to ensure the development of the country. He pointed out that unity was a factor which made the disciples of Jesus Christ witness his resurrection. Reverend Fogmon further called on Christians to love others in their area, maintaining that without unity, love cannot exist among citizens.
It is important that we replace the one whose soul is set out. It is important
Musa Seidu reports that prayers were offered for peace, security and stability of Nigeria. Deborah Ubefun reporting.
Some churches today in Benin City held their services in strict compliance with government's directive on COVID-19, while others outrightly flouted the guidelines. Roslyn Ewarame went round some churches and filed in this report.
The fresh restrictions imposed by the federal government across the 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, following the outbreak of another variant of the dreaded virus include maximum of 50 persons per gatherings, church services inclusive. Other guidelines are regular washing of hands, keeping social distances, and compulsory wearing of face masks. Government meetings and travels have been limited to the virtual platform, among others. Some churches visited on Sunday were full to capacity, thereby flouting government directives. A few, however, complied. In such churches, there were hand-washing basins, water soap, and bottles of hand sanitizers. The members of the church also wore face masks. Some clergymen commended government efforts to curtail the spread of COVID-19, while others questioned the effects of COVID-19 precautionary measures.
We are told our members, either they are coming to service, they should put on their face masks and wash their hands and use sanitizers.
With the vaccine, we are not seeing anything that can stop the spread of COVID-19. Coming to ask the church to go back to 50% or whatever of the numbers of the church distancing, it gives worry. But well, the church should obey.
We are still advocating, trying to let people know the importance of observing the COVID-19 protocol.
We have a lot of professionals here, doctors here, professionals in all aspects. You can see we have a thermometer, we have it here, before the federal government even gave the directive. So we are a law-abiding church. As far as the law is concerned, we are not deviants. We are ready to obey whatever the government has said because we know it's in our own interest.
The government of Edo State had also banned swimming pool parties with offenders to be sanctioned. The federal government, as part of efforts to ensure that the new variant of COVID-19 does not enter into the country, had on 26th of April 2021 restricted international travels from India, Brazil and Turkey. The government had also strengthened surveillance at all entry points into the country. From Benin, the Edo State capital, Roslyn Evorame reporting.
Christians have been told not to envy or plan evil against other people to enjoy the benefit of God. The resident pastor of God's Historic Church, GRA Benin City, Senior Pastor Stephen Chika, stated this today in a message titled, "You Shall Not See Shame." Roslyn Evorame has details.
Senior Pastor Stephen Chika said there are things one needs to do or not to do to receive the favor of God. He said as a Christian, trust should be put on God while he or she does things that are pleasing before God. He also urged members of the church to live life of purity because anything done anywhere is seen by God. The clergyman that a true Christian should allow God to take control of all situations, and shame will never be the portion of those that put their trust on him.
Don't be moved by what people say. Don't be moved by what anyone says around you. Be moved by the word of God. Because the word of God says in Psalm 126, it says, when the Lord comes again in captivity of Zion, we will be like them that he prays.
The church choir was not left out as they sing to the glory of God. Roslyn Evorame reporting.
The management of Kaduna Electric has said that the current total power blackout in Kaduna State was due to the ongoing 5-day warning strike embarked upon by labor unions in that state. Head of corporate communication of the company, Abdullahi, made the announcement in a statement issued today in Kaduna. He said in compliance with NLC directive, the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, has knocked off all 33 kV lines in Kaduna State.
Dual activities or industrial action. We are embarking on the withdrawal of services, and equally we are going to stage a peaceful protest come Monday to press on our demand and our grievances to the general public and the state government in particular. It is a record that from the core local government workers, over 2,000 workers were disengaged. Equally, in the primary healthcare board, 1,700 workers are disengaged. Equally, the state universal basic education board, that is SUBEB, over 4,000 workers are disengaged. So in total, you have about 7,700 workers at the local government level that were disengaged. As I'm talking to you, over 11,000 workers of the state civil service are penciled down for disengagement. That is why in this April, because of their intention, over 20,000 workers have not yet received their April salary.
And that's a wrap on our news magazine tonight. We thank you for being part of it. I'm Adesuwa Usaowa, the storyteller. Good night.